Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah and this is RareRoo Crafts. And I've just come on this morning to say hello and say sorry that I've not been around very much over the past sort of few weeks. My mojo disappeared a little bit. I've just been inspired by other things, so I've been crocheting. I crocheted a jumper for my daughter, which is the first time I've crocheted a garment, so that was something nice to try. But I have been inspired by a recent project that I did. So for those of you that watch my Smash That Small Paper Pad videos, you'll know that I did this Christmas card. Ooh, bring it up to the camera. There we go. I did this Christmas card and then I prepped a load of bases as well using a paper kit thing that I picked up from the range, and I've got a whole stack of prepped cards. I did finish off and do some of the craft ones as well with some of the more sort of neutral colours. So I've got all of those bases prepped and ready. So at some point today, I thought I would finish those off and get some Christmas cards, because I don't have any Christmas cards ready right now. I don't normally send lots. I normally only sort of send them to close family. But this year, I feel like I've got a lot of close friends to send them to as well, because I've got all of my crafty YouTube family, and obviously I got lots of entries into my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so I've got lots and lots of addresses that I would like to send Christmas cards to this year. So I really want to get cracking with it. So that's part of the plan today. Now you can see behind me, this is a gate leg table that I have in my craft room. And normally the leaves on it are folded down, and it's just there so that when I need it, I've got some extra work surface space. And as you can see, it is absolutely covered. And what I'll do is I'll take you over in a second and I will show you what I've got on that table, because what I've done is get all of my Christmas stuff out. I normally store it all away at the end of the season. I pop whatever I've got left, I pop into a big box, and it goes away in one of these cupboards that you can see at the back here, and it just stays there obviously until next Christmas, until I need it. So I've gone and got everything out. I've tried not to add too much to it this year. I have bought a couple of packets of stickers, although I'm supposed to be trying to get rid of stickers, and I have bought a few paper pads, and quite a few of them have been small paper pads, 6x6 paper pads. Which I said I wasn't buying any more of because I don't often use them all that much, but I've been using them more this year. The Smash That Small Paper Pad series has helped me sort of think about ways in which I can utilise some of these paper pads. And for those of you in the UK, you might remember that earlier in the year, the Home Bargains did a thing where they'd got a load of these smaller Do Crafts, because Do Crafts went out of business, and they were selling them all off for £1. And I could not resist, because some of the patterns, and I love Christmas. For those of you that don't know, my family all call me Mrs. Christmas because I love it so much. And the patterns in this and a couple of the other ones were just too beautiful to be left behind. And it's got cut aparts. I'm not used to doing it to the camera, as you can see. Yeah, it's got cut aparts and all sorts in it. So I did buy a few of those, which I said I wasn't going to. But other than that, I haven't actually bought an awful lot for Christmas this year. And I'm going to try and use up stuff that's been in my stash for a while. If I don't like the pattern on the papers and things, I'm going to try and think of different ways that I can use up that paper, because it's still good, thick, paper cardstock, and it seems wasteful to just have it there or to throw it away, to put it in recycling, something like that. So I am going to try and do that today. I've also got a birthday card to do. I need to get started on embellishments on the 11th. I've got a great big list. I've got my to-do list that I made earlier in the year. So I've got a few little things. I'd like to get my Alice journal finished at some point. And I have got a project that I've been making for Susan Tootsie Tucker for about 3 months now, maybe more, and I still haven't quite finished it. So that is on my list of things that I would like to get finished and posted this week. So yeah, I think it's going to be a week of finishing off whips and getting a good start, a head start on my Christmas crafting, on my Christmas card crafting at least. But before all of that, I want to go over to my summer house and give that a bit of a sort out, because it's a tip. I bought a set of drawers last week sometime, from a local like thrift store, repurposing store type thing. And I bought it because I want to store my fabrics a bit better out there. At the moment they're all just in sort of carrier bags bunged in this ottoman thing that I've got, but I have to move everything off the top every time I want to get into it. So I thought, well, drawers would be much easier because I can still store things on top of it, but obviously I can just open the drawers, and it'll mean that I can separate out my fabrics that are 100% cotton, which I'm using at the moment primarily for making face masks. I can separate those out and put them in one drawer, and then have all my sort of polycottons and things in another drawer. So that's the other thing that is on my list to do this week. I'm going to make a few face masks for some people in our crafty community. I got a fantastic print fabric for Brian from BB Crafts the other day, so I will get those made and sent out to him as well. So yeah, lots and lots on my agenda to do over the next few days. Unfortunately, I have got to take my daughter to a consultant's appointment over in the next city tomorrow, so that's probably going to take up quite a large chunk of tomorrow's day. And then obviously I'm back at work on Wednesday, so lots to fit in in the next few days, but I'm going to give it a go. And I just thought I'd come on and say hello. I never show my face, and I think, you know, I want to start building up the courage to, this is me, this is who I am, and you know, I want to start building up the courage to share that a bit more. So you've got me with my messy hair and in my scruffy crafting cardie and my pyjama top, because that's how I roll in lockdown. So that's it. So I will pause the camera. I'll take you over to the table. In fact, I'll show you my desk first, and then I'll take you over to my table, and you can see how I get prepped and set up when I'm going to do a mass card making session. So I'll pause the video and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to hope that this isn't going to be too wobbly for you. But as you can see, I've started to section out all of the stuff that I've got within my craft room. So one of the first things I did was sort out this big box here, which is full of embellishments. They were all in little individual jars and things on shelves in my craft room, but I thought actually they're the ones I only actually use at Christmas. There's lots of snowflakes, my polymer candy canes that I made, some little pine cones, stars, all that sort of stuff. But it's stuff I only use at Christmas, so it might as well all go in one of these lovely big clip boxes. Again, for anybody in the UK, I get mine from Home Bargains. They're about £2.50, I think, for these clip boxes, and they're brill. I use them to store my flowers, my stamens, my flatbacks. So you can see I've got all sorts. Little wood pieces, some little ornament bulbs up in the top there, some charms, some great big wooden buttons, so all sorts. And then over at the back, shut that lid down, I've got all different types of stuff that I use as faux snow. I've got some handmade holly leaves, so I'm hoping I won't have to make any more of those this year, but I may. I definitely need to make some more poinsettias because I've only got the small ones left and I want some larger ones. And I'll probably make some Christmas roses as well. So I've got all sorts, a little bit of confetti, holly confetti there, some bows, some more stars. On this tray, I have cut out and taken all the little pips off of all of the ephemera that came in the book with the papers. It came as like a pack thing. I've got a few of them. This is a load of stuff that came out of a similar pack last year that I didn't use. So again, I've got all of that there. This is the leftover papers from the paper pack that I'm trying to smash. So I will use those and get them used up. Here I've got a load of Christmas tags that I bought, but actually I thought you could sort of trim them out and use them as ephemera. I thought they'd make quite good ephemera. This is a tray full of Christmas stickers. This is from the person that's not buying any more stickers, honest. I've bought these stickers because they were just two adorable little shaker stickers. I couldn't leave them behind. I bought those because I just loved them. The red truck gets me every time. I got these lovely ornament ones because they were £1 and I couldn't leave them there. They were super dimensional. I loved them. These were 10p or something, so I bought 2 packets of them, obviously. So wasn't buying any more stickers this year. Managed to buy about another 6 or 7 packets of stickers. Whoops. And then, if I take you over, try not to make you sick. So this is my temporary table that I put up and down as it's needed. And I've tried to sort of lay it out so everything's a bit organised. So over on this side here, I have got all of my 12 by 12 paper pads, and I did buy a few new ones this year. I've had a couple from the works. I've had this lovely little red robin from the range. I've got that one as well from the range because they were selling it off because it was a Do Crafts one. And that one's from last year. So everything else below is stuff that I've already used at some point from a previous year. These came in a grab bag, so I'm going to try and see if I can use them. If not, I'm going to gift them to somebody. These are all of those paper blocks where you get the bits of ephemera that you can pop out, and then it comes with some coordinating papers, some glitter card, and then you get some vellum sentiments as well. So I've got quite a few of those. I picked up all 4 of the ones that are out this year in the range, but I've also got some leftover ones from last year and possibly even the year before from the works. I need to go through and take all the bits out because that's what ends up stopping me from using them, because I'm fussy, and once you pop it out, there's a little bit of paper always left on the side from where you've obviously pulled it out of the page, and they really annoy me. So I go around cutting them off, which takes me forever. These, you probably can't even see it, even if I get the camera in really. There, you can see them there. Those little knobbly bits, it annoys me, so I have to go and cut them all off. So I've got those to use. I've got a great big stack of 6x6 pads. A couple more over here, and these are, like I say, a lot of these I picked up this year because they were on offer. So I got a really lovely vintage one. I thought that might make a nice vintage Christmas journal. Actually, they might make nice bits to go in a vintage Christmas journal. That was from a local papercraft shop that was closing down, and then I got lots of the Do Craft ones. The bestie gave me that one from the pound shop. I think that was probably a pound shop one as well. So yeah, I am a sucker for paper at the best of times, but Christmas paper, I can't resist the stuff. Last year I did polka doodles. I bought a digi kit from Polka Doodles, so all my Christmas cards that I did make last year were Polka Doodles. So these are all the bits that I printed and cut out last year and didn't use. I've kept them because obviously I might be able to use them in cards this year. I've got some 3D bits which I won't use for cards, but I may use for some home decor type projects. I've got a few different snowflakes, plastic snowflakes. I've got some ones there that have got thread around them, and then I've got these type as well. They are actually tree ornaments, but they do look really nice if you snip bits off and put them in Christmas cards. Again, I've got some 3D bits which I will either alter and make decorations for the Christmas tree, or add to gifts, or I might make home decor type elements out of that. I've got a big stack of 8x8 papers. That was a new one this year. The rest of them are all ones that I've had for quite some time, and again I want to start trying to use some of that up. I'm obviously not going to get through all this Christmas paper this year, but I'm gonna have a good go. This bag is all full of sentiments, so most of them are like little wooden ones or little like chipboard sentiments to go on cards. I have got foiling dies, cutting dies, stamps, so I could make my own, but it's one of those things that I've always got good intentions and I never quite get round to. So I thought I would pull all of the ones that I've got together. I did buy a few extras this year, and then it gives me time to focus on other things, like making my flowers and things. So yeah, got those to add, and then I've got a few. These are just offcuts of paper from last year, and these are a couple of bases that I created last year that I didn't actually use, so I will use those up again as well. The other thing that I've got is these gorgeous, great big fillable baubles. So I've got some big ones and I've got some smaller ones. So I've got an idea in mind for a project with that. I've got some tinsel bits at the back there, and then I've got this lovely Hessian, printed Hessian, which I thought would be nice, and a little Hessian roll which I could add. And then underneath here, it's all pretty much all papers that I've got out of magazines and things that I may or may not use. So I think between all of that, Oh, it just looks so much. And my messy craft room and my cat. And all of this, I think I've probably just about got enough to get started on my Christmas cards. I am going to make some flowers. I am going to make some poinsettias, some of the larger ones. So I'll do that and then I'll probably get started. But first things first, I'm going to go off over to my summer house, which should be nicely warm by now because I've put the heater on. And I'm going to get started on tidying that one up. And then I'll be back later on to share some cards with you. So that's it from me for now. It was nice to see you all. I hope this bit of the video has not been too wobbly. And I'll see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.